Namaste everybody, thank you for joining me today. This class is based on the earth element and is dedicated to Mother Earth and our global community, so all beings. We are going to look at the earth element from the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine. This is related to receiving and that transformative force that turns this into giving. So if you think how the earth receives a seed, transforms it in order to give a plant which provides food or shelter if it's a tree, or how the stomach receives food, transforms it in order to give energy to the body. So this creates a cycle of abundance. So when you can receive, you have more to give, which opens you up to more receiving in order that you can give more. And we can bring this cycle into our community by supporting one another. And in this way we create a collective flow of abundance. Now, needless to say, our current way of living has been unsustainable. We've definitely been taking more than we've been giving back, especially from the earth. And there have been many signs, and we've noticed them, but we haven't made the changes necessary. So we can see that it's reflected in our own bodies with the rise of chronic health conditions, especially autoimmune conditions. And also with the earth, there's a rise in climate change and increased frequency of extreme weather conditions and forest fires. So both of these show that we're out of alignment with both our body and with the earth. So now we are being asked, and now almost forced inside, and we are being asked to turn within and to reflect on our current way of living, our personal way of living, what we take and give back to the earth and the community. And hopefully in this time of reflection we can make some realizations and come out of this making some improvements to our relationship to the earth and to the community. So we've already seen some benefits. There's a massive reduction in pollution. There's an increased sense of community despite self-isolation. And people are starting to tap into their creativity and take care of their health a little more. So yeah, this can be a positive thing if we awaken to what we are being asked to do. So this class is a 2-hour special dedicated to sending love and positivity to the earth and the community. We'll start with a dynamic, slow flow with a gentle warm-up, an earth salutation, and a couple of standing postures. And then we move down onto the floor and into stillness with yin. So in yin we will be holding the postures for longer and really trying to relax into them and remain still. So you'll need some blankets, maybe blocks, bolsters, anything that keeps you warm, and also you can use to prop yourself up in order so that you can fully relax into the posture. We will use the meridians associated with the earth element, which are the stomach and the spleen meridians. Now both of these are located on the front of the body here, and the spleen comes up the inner thighs, and the stomach runs down about 3/4 to the outsides of the legs. We will be stimulating these through stretch and compression to help release any blockages and help us to connect with the earth element within us. At the end of the class we'll have a shavasana, and then we will move into a metta meditation and chanting a mantra to send out this love and positivity. So we'll start in shavasana. So moving onto your back and allowing your feet to come as wide as the mat. The backs of the hands can rest on the ground, palms facing up, spine straight, and closing down the eyes. Just taking a moment to fully arrive onto your mat, into your body, and into your practice. Letting go of anything that's happened so far in the day, or any thoughts of the future. Allowing yourself to fully arrive into the present moment. Feeling into the points of contact between your body and the earth. Feeling that stability and solidity of the earth beneath you, supporting you, holding you, always there for you. Turning the attention to the breath now, and just observing its natural flow without trying to change anything. Just observing the natural flow in and out of your body. And just noticing whether that natural breath is fast or slow, deep or shallow, smooth or agitated. Just observing, without judgment, your reality as it is. And now actively starting to deepen the breath. So sending your inhales deeper into the belly, feeling that expansion there, moving up into the chest, rising the collarbones, filling the throat. And feeling the exhale coming out of the nostrils, warming the upper lip. Feeling the dropping of the collarbones, the contraction of the rib cage, and the flattening of the belly. That slight pull of the navel in towards the spine. Following the journey of the breath, cultivating a slow, deep, steady breath. Feeling with the inhale that expansion, that rising up off of the earth almost. And with the exhale, how your body relaxes and sinks deeper into the earth's embrace. With the next exhale, hugging the knees in towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the shins and taking the forehead to the knees, squeezing everything tight. And inhale, expanding the arms and the legs outwards like a star. Stretching through the fingertips and the toes. Exhale, hug it back in. Make yourself into a tight little ball. Inhale, expand outwards. Stretching out. Hovering the legs and the arms off of the ground, engaging the abdominals. Exhale, hug it in. squeeze yourself tight. Inhale, expand outwards. Push your lower back into the ground. Exhale, hug it in. Compressing those spleen and stomach meridians. One last time. Inhale, expand outwards. Expand the toes and the fingers. Exhale, hug it in. One last time. And then allow the soles of the feet to come down to the mat. Hip distance. Knees are also hip distance. And you may be able to touch the heels with the fingers. Palms down to the ground. We'll come through some bridge flows with the arms. So that as we come up, the arms raise overhead. As we come down, the arms come back down to the sides. So inhale, curl the tailbone off the ground. Lift the sacrum, the lower back. Arms begin to rise. Middle back, coming up onto the shoulders as the arms reach up overhead. Exhale, slowly lower back down, reversing that process. Upper back, middle back, lower back, sacrum and tailbone. Inhale, curl the tailbone up, slowly lift up, vertebra by vertebra. Arms overhead. Exhale, allow yourself to come back down. Arms coming back down to your sides. Tailbone the last to touch down. Inhale, come up. Pressing into the feet. Keeping the knees hip distance. Slight contraction of the glutes at the top. Pushing your hips a little higher. Exhale, relaxing back down to earth. Tailbone last to come down. We'll do one more. Inhale, coming up. Stretching those spleen and stomach meridians on the front of the body. Exhale, back down. Taking the knees into the chest one more time. Wrapping the hands onto the thighs. And then we'll start to roll up and down the mat a few times. And roll up to a seated position. Taking the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open the chest, look up. And you can drop your fists down onto the ground behind you and use the support of the earth to open that chest even more. Maybe allowing your head to come back if that's comfortable, opening the throat. Exhale, coming back up, releasing the hands. Inhale, bring them in front of you, interlace the fingers, push the palms away as you exhale, dome through the back, chin down to the chest. And release. Taking the hands down onto the ground in front of you, spreading the fingers wide, rolling over the knees while taking the feet to the side, and we'll meet in tabletop position. So taking the wrists and the elbows beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips, and the lower legs parallel to one another, shins pressing gently into the ground, and a slight contraction of the abdominals to keep the spine straight. We'll come through some cat-cows. So inhale, tilt the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale to round the tailbone, round through the spine, dome through the shoulders, look towards the belly. Inhale, tilt the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale to round tailbone, back, shoulders and head. Inhale, tailbone first, feeling that ripple through your spine as you look up, Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale to round, tucking tailbone first. Pulling the navel up towards the sky, chin to the chest. One more. Inhale, tilt the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pushing out through the shoulders. Inhale, coming back into tabletop. Taking an exhale here. Inhale, lift the right leg up, kicking through the heel, toes pointing to the ground, and then lift the left hand, so stretching fingertips and heel in opposite directions. Exhale, bring the elbow and the knee together in a crunch, forehead to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the right knee. Reach behind the back with the left hand. Take hold of the foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Kick into the hand. Lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Down into tabletop. Inhale, lift the left leg, kick out through the heel. Lift the right hand, stretch in opposite directions. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, one more crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend that back knee, reach behind with the right hand, take a hold of the foot. Inhale, open the chest, kick up. Use the kick to open the chest. Exhale, release it down. Taking the hands slightly further in front, pushing down into the thumb and the index finger, fingers nice and wide. Tuck the toes. Inhale, hover the knees off the ground. And then exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog. Taking any movements here that feel natural and organic. Pedaling out through the knees and the feet. Maybe stretching into the toes. Maybe twisting the feet in opposite directions. Tuning in with your body and seeing what it's asking for. And then we'll find some stillness in downward facing dog. Feeling the hands and feet rooting down into the earth. Feeling yourself lift up out of the hands and feet. As if you were actively pushing yourself off the earth with your hands. Elbow creases turning inwards and forwards to externally rotate the shoulders. Tailbone lifting up and heels gently dropping down. With the next inhale, walking the feet in towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Allowing your upper body to hang and your knees are soft. Maybe taking a hold of opposite elbows. Maybe taking a gentle sway from side to side. Maybe nodding yes and no a few times to loosen the neck. Maybe bending into one knee and then the other. Again, just tuning into the body, seeing what it needs. And releasing the elbows. Inhale, slowly curl yourself up to a standing position. Head to come up last. And when you reach the top, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down a couple of times. we'll meet in Tadasana at the front of the mat. So bringing the toes together, heels can be together or slightly separated. If this is uncomfortable, you can bring a gap between feet. And then engaging the kneecaps, engaging the thighs, pulling up on the pelvic floor, feeling that engagement of the lower abdomen to get that pelvis neutral. Engaging the upper abdominals to bring the lower ribs in, keeping everything contained. Shoulders moving down your back, palms open to the front of the room, grounding through the feet and lifting up from the earth. Well, inhale, raise the arms up to the sky, look to your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, bowing down to the earth. Hands come to the ground or to the shins. Chin towards the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your spine. Neck is long, hands can slide onto the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, drop the knee. Option to roll the mat or bring a blanket beneath that knee. Inhale, rise up into low lunge. Take a moment here to square the hips. So bring that left thigh bone back into the hips joint. And engage that right glute, pushing into the hip flexor stretch. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, bend into the right knee and take a hold of the foot. If you can't reach here, you can bring a strap and you can wrap it around the foot and use that to pull your heel into the buttock. We'll take a few breaths here. Keeping that engagement of the right glute. Feeling how it deepens that hip flexor stretch. Keeping the left hip moving back. Exhale, release the foot. Take the hands to the ground, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Inhale, step back into your plank. And you want a line of energy coming from the crown of your head through your whole body and shining out through the heels. So heels are pushing to the back of the room. The neck is long, an extension of the spine, and the gaze is just in front of the hands. Engaging the abdominals, squeezing the glutes, hugging the quadriceps up onto the bone. We'll exhale and lower down to the belly, either in one straight line or taking the knees down to the ground, keeping the elbows in as you lower down. We'll inhale, sliding the elbows beneath the shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. So the forearms are parallel to one another. The glutes are relaxed. And gently bring the hands towards the body. It's a subtle movement. And feel how that pulls the heart center through the upper arms. Gaze can be ahead or looking up. And now take your hands as wide as the mat. We'll do some seal pulses. So inhale, extending the arms, looking up, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up. If there's any pinching in the lower back, then please come out. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, come back down. 2 more. Inhale, come up, lifting the chest. Exhale, back down. 1 more. Inhale, come up. Stretching into both spleen and stomach meridians here. Exhale, back down. All the way down to the mat. Slide the hands back to the level of the chest. Tuck the toes. Inhale, we'll come up either through plank in one straight line or coming up onto the knees. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back into downward facing dog, meeting here. Taking a few breaths here. Engaging the back muscles to bring the shoulder blades away from the ears, creating space around the neck. Navel and the lower ribs gently hug in towards the spine. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, kick out through the heel. Exhale, step that foot in between your hands. Option to drop the back knee or keep it lifted. Inhale, raise the gaze. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, step into forward fold. Hips lifting up towards the sky. Inhale, sweep the fingertips low, sit back into your chair, take the arms up, chair pose. We've got a couple of breaths here. So lengthening the tailbone down to the ground, so we're not sticking the bum out. Just lengthen it down to the ground. Weight is in the heels, maybe even lifting the toes. If you were to look down, you'd see your toes visible beyond the knees. Inhale, come up, lift the chest into a small back bend. Exhale, neutral spine. Bring your hands into prayer position at your heart center. Inhale into Tadasana. We'll take a couple of breaths here and then move on to the other side. Long, slow, steady breath. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky, look to the thumbs, shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, hinge at the waist, bow down. Hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your spine, shoulder blades moving together and down the back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, drop the knee. Again, you can pad out that left knee. Inhale, rise up into your low lunge. Take a moment to square the hips and neutralize the pelvis. So bringing that right thigh bone back into the socket, squeezing the left glute. Exhale, reach behind, bend into the left knee. Take a hold of the left foot, either with the strap or with your hands. And we'll take some deep breaths here. Breathing into that left hip flexor. Pushing the left hip forwards into the stretch. Exhale, release the foot, take the hands down to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Inhale, step into your plank. Spine nice and long. Everything engaged. Full body workout here. Hands are active. Exhale, lowering down to the mat, either bending the toes or lowering down in your plank, keeping your elbows in. We're coming through a different variation now. So we'll take the left arm in front and we'll bend into the right knee, taking a hold of the right foot with the right hand from the outside, either the foot or the ankle, gazes in front. Inhale, kick into the hand, half bow, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, kick. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, kick up one last time. Exhale, release completely. Release the foot. Take the right hand in front. Bend into the left knee. Take a hold of the left foot from the outside, foot or the ankle. Gaze in front. Inhale, kick into the left hand. Exhale, release. Inhale, kick. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, kick. One last time. Look up, chest lifts. Exhale, come back down. Now bend into the right foot as well and reach back with the right hand, coming into full bow. So keep the knees pressing in towards each other. Look forwards. Inhale, kick into both hands. Allow the shoulder blades to come together, opening the chest. Lift the gaze. Lift the knees. Kick, kick, kick. Exhale, release. Allow the feet to come back down to the ground. Hands come level to the chest. Tuck the toes. Inhale, either up through plank or onto the knees. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Finding length in the spine. Lifting the hips. Pushing the ground away from you. Gently dropping the heels down to the ground to find length in the hamstrings also. Inhale, pick up the left foot. Kick out through the heel. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Option to drop the back knee or keep it lifted. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands low, sit back into a chair as you rise up. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight into the heels. Neutral pelvis. You can keep your arms a little wider here to create a little bit more space in the shoulders and around the neck. One more breath. Sit a little lower. Raise the upper body a little higher. Inhale, stand up. Lift the chest into a little back bend. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, Tadasana. Maybe closing down the eyes for a moment and feeling into the body. Noticing any changes in the physical sensations. Noticing the breath. Feeling into the contact between your feet and the earth. We'll move into our standing postures. So opening the eyes, shifting the weight onto the left foot. Inhale, pick up the right foot. Exhale, step it back about 3 feet, keeping the back foot at 45 degrees. We'll take a moment to square the hips, so pulling that left hip back and internally rotating the back thigh to bring the right hip forwards. Exhale, bend into the left knee, stacking the knee on top of the ankle, and taking a moment to keep the pelvis neutral, so we have a tendency to stick out sometimes. Just gently tucking the tailbone slightly, noticing that engagement of the lower abdomen here. Inhale, raise the arms up, warrior one. And as well as a lower abdominal engagement here, we also want to engage the upper abdominals to keep the ribs from flaring out. So we don't want a back bend, we want to keep everything nice and strong and contained in the core. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot, lifting the inner arch. Keep on squaring the hips. Gaze can be in front or up to the fingers. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, look up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards, bringing the body inside of that left knee. humble warrior. And if you shifted your hips to the left to allow for this movement, then just gently bringing them back. Keep on squaring the hips off. Gently pushing forwards with the right hip, pulling back with the left. Gaze is down to the ground or to the big toe. Arms moving up to the sky, maybe to the front of the room. We'll take one more breath here. Inhale, rise up, push into that left foot. Keep the left knee bent. Exhale, release the interlace and step forwards into Tadasana. Just taking a few breaths here before we move into the balance on this side. Shifting your weight back onto that left foot. Inhale, pick up the right foot, this time keeping the knees together, bringing the heel towards the buttock. Take your right hand to the inside of that foot, taking the foot or the ankle. Inhale, rise the left arm up and bring the thumb and the index finger together. Taking an exhale here. Inhale, lengthen that left arm. Exhale, kick into the hand. Slowly bring your body down. Here we focus more on the kick of the right leg into the hand and stretching the left arm forwards. These opposing forces help to keep us in balance. Opening up both stomach and spleen meridians here. Focus your gaze on something unmoving. If you fall out, you can always come back in. Using the kick to open the chest. We'll take one more breath. Inhale, come up, bring the knees back together. Exhale, release the foot, release the hand. Come into your rebound. Tadasana. Maybe closing the eyes. Feeling into the body. The differences between the two sides. Slowing the breath. Feeling into the differences in the sensation in the feet. We'll move on to the other side. So opening the eyes, shifting the weight onto the right foot. Inhale, pick up the left foot. Exhale, step the left foot back, about 3 feet. Keep the back foot at 45 degrees. Again, taking a moment to square off the hips, pulling the right hip back, pushing the left hip forwards by internally rotating that back thigh. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Either stacking it over the ankle or just behind, so we're not overshooting. You can always adjust your step. Feeling into the pelvis again, engaging those lower abdominals. Engaging the left glute. Inhale, rise the arms up, warrior one. You can bring the little pinkies into the midline a little here to externally rotate the shoulders, creating a little bit more space in that shoulder girdle and around the neck. Again, pressing into the outer edge of that left foot and rising up the inner arch. Feeling that rooting down of the lower body, that stability and solidity, the rising up of the upper body. lifting up. Exhale, taking the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bow down, humble warrior. Bowing down in humility to the earth. And again, if you shifted your hips to the side to allow for the movement, just moving them slowly back into alignment. Pulling the right hip back, pushing the left hip forwards. And imagine that your arms were being pulled up to the sky and feeling how that helps to broaden the chest. Slow, steady breaths. Pushing into the back heel. One more breath. Inhale, rise up. Keep the front knee bent. Exhale, release the interlace. Step into Tadasana. Slow and controlled. A few breaths here before we move into the balance. Into our dancer. Shift the weight onto the right foot again. Inhale, pick up the left foot. Bring the knees together. Reach the left hand to the inside of the left ankle or foot. Inhale, lift the right arm. Join the index finger and the thumb. Take an exhale here. Inhale, stretch through those right fingers. Exhale, kick into the left hand. Lifting the knee, but keeping the hips square. So not allowing that left hip to rise up and out of alignment with the right. Keeping the chest lifted, creating that nice curve in the front of the body, stimulating the spleen and the stomach meridians. Using the opposing forces of the kick and the stretch to keep balanced. Grounding down through the mound of the right big toe. We'll take one more breath. Inhale slowly with control. Stand up, bring the knees together. Exhale, release the foot, release the right arm down. Take your rebound. Feeling into the sensations of the body, to the temperature, to the heartbeat. To any tingling or pulsation of energy. Good. We'll transition down to the ground. So take a step back on your mat so that you're about 2/3 from the front. And bring your feet about mat width distance. Your heels can be in slightly, toes slightly pointing out to both sides. We'll inhale, rise the arms up. Bring them together in prayer. And exhale as you bring them down to your heart center, bend into your knees. Come down into Malasana, yogic squat. And we'll take the more yang approach to this posture before moving into the yin. So bringing the elbows inside of the knees. Bringing the prayer to your heart center. spine and neck long. Feeling your hips and your tailbone lengthening down towards the ground. The upper body rising up, create more length. Feeling rooted and grounded into the earth here. Good. We'll move into the yin part of the class, starting with this squat. So now we're just going to release the arms down to the earth. Allow the spine to curl, the chin to drop down, releasing any tension in the neck. Palms can be either facing up or facing down onto the earth, whatever feels better for you. If your heels are lifted off the ground, then you can always bring a blanket beneath, if that's more comfortable. And also, if there's any tension there in your neck, then you can bring a rolled up blanket or a bolster or a block beneath the forehead. And that can feel a bit more comfortable. Just finding a few moments to find that position. And then coming into complete stillness. We're here for 3 minutes. Allowing yourself full relaxation. Giving yourself permission to just let go. To melt down into the posture. Allowing gravity to do the work for you. We're targeting the spleen meridian here. Really staying present in these postures. So if you find your mind wandering, then gently bring it back to the breath or to the physical sensations within the body. And again, if your mind wanders, gently bringing it back without a hint of judgment, just bringing it back. And maybe taking a moment to observe, where does the mind go in these moments? Does it take you to the past or to the future? To pleasant or unpleasant thoughts? fantasy or reality. Just observing these habit patterns of the mind in a detached way, and then letting those thoughts go. Taking one last deep breath in this position. And we'll gently release onto our belly into a rebound. So walking the hands forward, rolling over the toes onto the knees. And then stretching out one leg, stretching out the other. Making your way onto the belly. Maybe making a pillow with the hands, or taking the hands down by the sides. Resting your head either on one side or onto the forehead. And allowing yourself full relaxation. Yet staying present within your internal environment. Noticing the changes in sensation. Noticing any changes in the quality of the thoughts, the nature of the mind. Remaining relaxed, yet alert. We'll move up into our next posture, which is Sphinx. So we've been here already. Now we'll come into the yin expression of the posture. So taking the elbows beneath the shoulders and the arms, the forearms parallel. And this time everything relaxed. So glutes are relaxed, legs are relaxed, the hands are relaxed, and the neck also. So there's an option to bring a blanket beneath the forehead, if that's more comfortable, or even bringing a rolled up blanket or bolster beneath the chest. Maybe a blanket beneath the elbows. Taking a moment to find that position and then find your relaxation. We're here for 3 minutes. Maybe taking a moment to scan through the body again, making sure that you're not holding onto any unnecessary tension. And the feet, the heels. Relaxing the thighs and the glutes. The lower back, middle back. The upper back and the shoulders relaxed. The neck loose. The forehead relaxed. The jaw soft. And taking a moment here to reflect on how you support yourself. What practices and self-care techniques do you have in place to look after yourself? these practices and self-care techniques, do you do them with the intention of love and care for yourself? Or do you do them because you know that they are good for you? Can you bring more love into your actions towards yourself? Is there a way that you can support yourself better? How can you improve the way that you look after yourself? Taking one last breath in this position. And then releasing the posture, coming down into a rebound on your belly. Again, option to make a pillow with the hands or to bring the arms down to the sides. Head resting in one direction, in the opposite direction if this is how you had your previous rebound, or resting on your forehead. Again, staying present in this rebound. Present with your internal environment on a physical, emotional, and mental level. Observing any changes here. We'll move into the next position, which will be a wide legs child pose. So taking the hands to the level of the chest, very gently and slowly pushing back into a kneeling position. And you can take a blanket here to put your knees on. This might be more comfortable, and bringing your knees as wide as you feel. And then allowing your body to come down in between the thighs. Arms can be in front. And you can rest your forehead on the mat or your head to one side. Also an option to bring a blanket or a bolster between the calves and the thighs, if this is more comfortable. Or even a bolster or a blanket beneath the torso. So finding that position where you can feel a nice stretch into the hips, and then completely relaxing. Relaxing into stillness. Staying present with your reality here. Feeling into that comforting darkness that you've created in that little cave between your body and the earth. feeling the warmth of that cave. Feeling the points of contact with your body and the earth. The physical sensations of the posture. The movement of the breath. How the inhales expand your belly into that space, that little cave. The exhale contracts and flattens the belly in towards the spine. And taking a moment now to reflect on how you support the earth. What do you do to give something back to the earth? How might you move forward from this big change and give a little bit more back to the earth? Taking one last deep breath in this position. We'll slowly walk the hands in towards the body, coming up into a kneeling position, and then taking the knees and the feet a little closer together to come into a comfortable kneeling rebound, allowing the hands to hang at the sides, closing the eyes, feeling into the body, observing the content of the mind. We'll move into our next position, which is supported fish. So we'll take a bolster or a rolled up blanket, or maybe 2 blankets, depending on how high you want the lift in your chest. Taking them about 1/3 from the front of the mat. And then you can drop your feet to one side. Take yourself around and lie back onto the bolster, bringing that bolster around bra line height, so directly beneath the heart. And then allow yourself to fold over it. Couple of options with the legs here. You can either have them extended, or you can bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall out to the sides, also working into the spleen meridian a little bit more in this variation. And you can allow your arms to come up. If this is uncomfortable, allow them to rest to the sides. Taking a few more moments to find that position which suits you, where you feel a nice opening in the heart center, expansion across the chest and the shoulders. And we're here for about 5 minutes. Staying present with the breath, the sensations that it creates throughout its journey. Using your breath to find stillness in the mind as well as in the physical body. And now taking a moment to reflect on how you give back to the community. What do you do to support your community or the larger global community? This also includes animals. Is there a way that you can move forwards from this change, giving a little more back, participating a little more in this collective flow of abundance? acknowledging any thoughts or any feelings that come up due to the heart opening aspect of this posture, or the reflection. Allowing yourself to be fully present. And taking one last deep breath in this position. Very slowly sliding the soles of the feet onto the ground, bending the knees. And very slowly rolling over onto one side, removing the bolster or the blanket from underneath you. And then rolling back onto your back. And extending the legs long, coming into a rebound shavasana. Observing the changes in sensation. The nature of the mind. Slow, deep, steady breath. We'll come into our final posture, which will be a spinal twist. So taking the right knee into the chest, and then rolling it over to the left-hand side. Arms can come out to the sides or into a cactus position. And there's an option here to bring a blanket beneath that right knee. And if your right shoulder is lifting off the ground and feels uncomfortable and unsupported, you can bring a blanket beneath that right shoulder as well. So taking a moment to find that position, that nice juicy spinal twist, and we're here for 2 minutes. Completely letting go. Relaxed and aware. Remaining fully present. How does the posture feel in your body? How does the breath feel? How does it feel to be unconditionally supported and held by the earth? Taking one last deep breath in this position. Very slowly bringing that right knee up to center, maybe with the help of the hands, and then extending that leg long, coming into rebound. Feeling into the differences between both sides of the body. And moving on to the other side, we'll draw the left knee into the chest. And then allow it to drop over to the right hand side. Again, arms can be extended or in cactus position. And you can bring a blanket beneath the left knee, perhaps under the left shoulder. Just taking a moment to find that position, acknowledging and accepting any differences between the sides. And then coming into stillness, and we're here for 2 minutes. Remaining aware, remaining present. Gently bringing back the mind if it wanders. Taking one last deep breath in this position. And then slowly moving the left knee up to a central position. And then extending that leg long. Coming into rebound Shavasana. So we'll just take a few moments to stay present with the breath, the sensations, and observation of the mind. And then coming into final Shavasana. So if you need to put any extra layers on, or make yourself a little more comfortable, bring a blanket over you, or a rolled up blanket beneath the knees, then you can do so now. Allowing the feet to come as wide as the mat, the toes to drop out to the sides. Backs of the hands resting on the ground next to the body, palms facing up. now just letting go of any control over the body, over the breath, over the mind. Finding complete relaxation now. Final Shavasana. Take a deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Slowly coming back into your body, into your present reality. Feel the breath moving in your body. Invite some gentle movements into your fingers and your toes. Starting to rotate wrists and ankles. Maybe rolling your head from side to side. And then taking your arms up overhead and giving yourself a full body stretch, as if you were waking up first thing in the morning. And completely releasing. Taking the knees in towards the chest and rolling over onto your favorite side. Snuggling in here for a few breaths. And then slowly keeping your eyes closed, with the help of your hands, pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. You can allow your hands to rest either in your lap or on your knees. We'll just do a little bit of square breathing to bring balance into the body and mind and prepare ourselves for meditation. So we will be inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding out for 4. So I will count and you can just follow the instructions. We'll do 5 rounds. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Allowing your breath to return to its natural state. And just observing any changes here. Observing the natural state of the breath now as it is. Now turn your attention to your heart center. And visualize a rose gold light starting from inside that heart center. With every inhale, that rose gold lights begin to grow and expand, to shine a little brighter. Every exhale, you send that light around your body. Every inhale, that light becomes a little more intense, a little brighter. Every exhale, you send it out into your fingertips and your toes. Sending that light into every cell of your being. As you continue to expand that light and send it around your body, repeat mentally to yourself, may I be happy, may I be well, may I be safe, may I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. Feeling every cell of your being glowing and radiating that light out, infused with that heart energy, that love, forming a protective bubble around yourself. And now bringing into your mind's eye an image of the faces that the people you love most in this world, the people that you love dearly, your friends, your family, your pets. Imagine them here sitting in front of you, and start to direct that heart energy, that rose gold light into their image, filling them up with your love and positivity. Mentally repeating, may you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Visualizing that rose gold light flowing from your heart center as if from a bottomless well, forming a protective bubble around them. And then allowing that image to drift from your mind, observing any feelings or any thoughts that arise. And now bringing into your mind's eye an image of some faces of the people that you see either in your daily or weekly life who you have no particular relationship with. This could be people that you pass frequently on the street, or people who serve you in the cafe or restaurant or the supermarket. Bring some of these faces into your mind's eye. Imagine them sitting in front of you. And start to direct that rose gold light from your heart center and into their image. Mentally repeating, may you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Filling up the image with your love and light, forming a protective bubble around these people. And then allowing their image to drift from your mind. Once again, observing any thoughts or any feelings that may arise. And now bring into your mind an image of someone or some people who you may have had struggles with in your life. Maybe who you've had arguments or disputes with. Someone that you don't really like. Bringing their image into your mind, imagining them sitting in front of you, And then directing that rose gold light into that image, sending them your love and positivity. And mentally repeating, may you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Filling the image of this person or these people with that rose gold light from the bottomless well in your heart, forming a protective bubble around them, and then allowing their image to drift from your mind, observing any feelings, any thoughts, without any judgment, just observing. And now finally, bring into your mind's eye an image of the earth, with her oceans, her forests, the mountains and the deserts, and all beings that live on this earth, the animals, the fish, the birds, insects, to all humans. Bring this image in front of you and direct that energy of love and positivity into the image, mentally repeating, may all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. Filling that image up with that rose gold light, forming a protective bubble around the entire earth, this whole global community. Filling us all of us here on earth, with your love, compassion, positivity, and light. And then allowing this image to drift from your mind's eye. Taking your attention back to that light in your heart center. Feeling its warmth, its radiance, its limitless expansiveness. and then allowing that visualization to drift from your mind. We'll finish now with our mantra. So the mantra that we will be chanting is Loka Samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. So the meaning of this mantra is really beautiful and so relevant at this time. Relevant for all time, really, but especially in this moment of great change. The translation is, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. So I will keep count of the chants. We will chant 27 times. So taking a deep inhale and releasing the exhale through your mouth. Inhaling to chant. Loka Samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. 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 loka samasta sukhino bhavantu 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 loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Taking a deep inhale for 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Allowing yourself to marinate in this vibration. Taking your hands into prayer at your heart center. Bowing your head down towards the hands. And one last time, sending out that intention and that wish. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. The light in me sees and honors the light within you, knowing that in our essence we are all one. Namaste.